I'm gonna show you guys today one of my personal favorite tricks to print on hoodies. And I don't know how you guys do this, but sometimes when you have a big design, you know, you don't want to print too close to the pocket, you don't want to print too high close to the collar. So this is what I've always done. So check this out. What I do, and I already marked it, but I'm just gonna show you how I did it. So I bring in the palette, I raise the boards, and obviously on the manual, you can bring down the screen. So the screen should have ink in it. So all you have to do is dab it on the bottom, dab it on the top. And then what we're gonna do is see where the top of the design is and the bottom of the design is. So what we do next is we bring in our T-square and we cut a piece of tape to let us know where the bottom of the design is. And then we cut another piece of tape so it can let us know where the top of the design is. Alright, so one other thing that we do is we use 385 webbing glue for the hoodies. So we make sure we cover that printing area. Before you start printing hoodies, you should pre-shrink them because they will get smaller on you under the flash. And now this is where that T-square comes in handy. So we have the tape where we want it, and that lets us know that this is the top and that's the bottom of the design. So right there, we know that we can bring it down a little bit more. And we have plenty of space for the prints. Just so you can see it one more time. This is a 3XL, so obviously we have more room. But when it comes down to the smaller hoodies, the gap gets smaller, and this comes in very handy. One last tip that I'm gonna give you guys is to raise your flashes. So right now you guys can see what a big gap I have between the flash and, I don't wanna burn my hand, between the flash and the boards. So make sure you keep that gap in between them so that you can have enough time to print the hoodies without burning them or having them shrink too much so that your registration kind of gets thrown off. Now before I let you guys go, let me show you what we've been doing this morning. We were working on this 7-color job. Unfortunately, the customer wanted the dark brown on all color t-shirts, but let me show you what it looks like on the green ones. So there it is, 7 colors, and now we got to do the hoodies. The hoodies, we already ran them through the dryer, so they got pre-shrunk. We got the 385, and we should be ready to get started. They got the 7-color front, and they also have a 7-color back, so that's due today.
Look at my ear.
Cacanas. That's due today, and that's it. So quick tips for hooded sweatshirts. Blanco. Ok. El azul. El color de la calaca. Okay. It dries that fast. Okay. Very nice. So let me know if you guys have any other tricks that you guys can think of for hooded sweatshirts. I know that it's difficult when you're starting and you're learning, but if you pay attention to these 3 tips that I gave you today, you're gonna go a long ways. One thing that I like to do when I screen print, even though I already ran t-shirts, this is a first hoodie. We're testing out the heat with the flashes, making sure they're far apart, pre-shrinking them. I always like to do one first just to make sure that we got the right height, make sure that everything's gonna print out right. So that's kind of what's going on right here. We're going around twice. This is the 2nd round. So let's see how it turned out, and we'll be on our way to finish the front. Okay, that looks pretty good. So everything is in registration. Everything's looking good. So everything is in registration. Everything looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and run them. It's about 32 of them. And we're gonna set up the back. So it's 7 colors as well. And we should be out of here by 7 tonight.